Welcome back everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw the Allosaurus from that recent video that was posted on the Jurassic World channel, the battle at Big Rock. And yeah, a lot of you guys have been requesting this, so today we're finally going to be drawing it. So get out your pencil, paper, and eraser and we'll get started. So I'm drawing on a relatively small piece of paper today. We're still going to make this look really great. So we're going to put an oval there to represent the head. We're doing a full body side view. We're going to put in the neck and connect it to an oval shaped body. It's going to have a long slender tail. Put a circle there and a little circle here. So this is the shoulder and this will be the hip. We're going to have the thigh. The leg is going to be bent, so this is the chin. And we're going to have the foot. And I'm going to put a little bit of ground there. It's going to have arms that are a little bit bigger than the T-Rex's arms, with 3 claws. And yeah, this is the basic skeletal outline of the Allosaurus. We might make the head a little bit bigger and stuff like that. And there always are little adjustments that have to be done. But yeah, I think this looks really great. Allosaurus does have a long tail, so make sure you fit it all onto the drawing. So let's head on to the next stage. So I erased the lines we put in for the head because they'll just get in the way. But yeah, let's start off with the snout. So I'm going to start the snout right about there. So make that little mark, make sure it's measured correctly. It's going to have a snout that's a little bit pointier, I'd say, than that of a T-Rex. It's going to have that very cool brow crest. Yeah, the Allosaurus from the battle at Big Rock looks a little different than the one from the actual Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie. I think it was a little bigger. That's just my opinion. Okay, so let's put in the bottom jaw. The jaw is going to be cracked a little bit open. Bottom jaw will start off nice and thick there, get slender, and then get a little wider at the tip. I'm going to put in a little curvy line like to represent the muscle that opens and closes the jaw. The eye is going to be right about here. So put that in. Put the pupil facing forward. The eye would look weird if we didn't put in eyelids, so go ahead and do that. And I'm actually going to put a lot of wrinkles and more general shading for the eye socket. We're also going to put a little bit of shading here for this other cavity. And there's one behind the eye cavity that we should put in as well. And yeah, the nostril is going to be right about here, the tip of the snout. And right away I'm going to add a little bit of scales on the edge here of the mouth. Put in the ear, put some wrinkles there. And there's going to be some little miniature spikes on top of the snout that lead up to that brow crest. I'm going to make some larger scales around the eye. Just a few scales scattered about. Like so. I think that looks pretty good for the top jaw. Now we're going to add in the teeth. So Allosaurus is going to have a lot of teeth. They're nice and they're all close together and all about the same size. Same thing with the bottom jaw. So I'm going to go ahead and shade in about the bottom third of the bottom jaw. Looking very good. Also, I'm going to add some scales. This is a very small drawing, so you want to downsize everything, especially the scales. So it's looking good. I'm just going to try and keep my hand out of the way because I've noticed in some of my videos that my hand is covering everything on the page, so I'll try and avoid doing that today. So the neck is a little bit on the slender side, definitely more slender than the neck of a T-Rex. And take your eraser and erase some of these outlines. And I put in this very thick vein coming from the neck, along with just a lot more wrinkles on the bottom part of the neck. And we'll have that center line, which is also going to be a vein. So yeah, the bottom of the neck looks very nice. So yeah, the Allosaurus at the Battle of Big Rock has a lot of spikes, as you guys probably saw. I think most of you guys have seen it because I've gotten so many comments and requests to draw that. And I did share it on the community page of my channel. I shared the link to the video. So I would assume a lot of you guys have seen it. So the top of the neck is going to have a lot of curved vertical lines going in both directions. And yeah, make the bottom portion a little bit darker. So I'm going to move on to the shoulder. I want to put some wrinkles around that circle we put in earlier. The shoulder blade is going to be slanted backwards. We'll hear another helicopter while one just passed over a minute ago. So I'm going to erase these lines. Should they helicopter here or something? I'm sure you guys can hear that. So I'm just going to put some shading around the deltoid here. Let's put in the arm. Shading the back portion a little bit more than the bicep there. And we're going to put in the forearm. Then it's going to have its claws, or it's going to have its fingers curved backwards, like so. It's going to have long, pointy claws. And carefully add, in miniature, scales on top of the fingers. Add some more shading there. It's kind of fun drawing in miniature. I feel like you move along quicker when you're drawing it smaller. See, right now I'm just putting in more shape for the torso. I don't want to make it too fat because like Allosaurus is a very slender dinosaur, especially compared to like T-Rex. I'm going to put a little bit of a belly there and have this vein continuing from under the arm. Again, we're going to take our eraser and erase some of the lines we don't need. So that one scene in the Battle of Big Rock really looked like I'm sorry guys, I'm not exactly sure what the plant eater was. I know it's not a Triceratops, but the Ceratopsian really looked like it stabbed the Allosaurus, but the Allosaurus seemed okay like after that first clash. So yeah, comment below what dinosaur that was. It might have been an Allosaurus. I could just Google it right now, but I'm not going to. Okay, well, let's put some shading for the belly, especially at the bottom of it. Now, these spikes are going to continue on the back and fade and get a little smaller. Then above the hip, they are going to get larger again. And we got this second row. To tell you the truth, guys, it's got like 3 or 4 rows on the top of the back. So we'll go ahead and put those in. Just gonna add a few more layers here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Nasutoceratops, because there is a picture in the reference image that I'm using. There's a picture of both the plant eater and the Allosaurus. Let's add some more roundness to the belly here by having lines going in both directions. Again, you don't want to make it look too fat because Allosaurus is not like a fat, or it was not a bulky dinosaur. It's more like the speedy type. It's not like the muscular T-Rex, you know. Okay, so next let's work on the thigh. It's not going to have enormous thighs like T-Rex either. So yeah, the thighs are on the slender side here. I'm going to put in the knee. I have a lot of curvy lines here to show the shape of the thigh. I struggle a lot to try and get the thigh to look like it's actually connected to the rest of the body. It oftentimes looks like this dinosaur body and there's like a leg drawn in front of it. So I try to make it look like it's connected. I'm going to put the hip in there. Yeah, I might make the leg a little longer, so I'm going to erase the ground and everything. So it's going to have a thick bottom portion of the leg. The calf's going to stick out a bit. Then round it off here at the ankle. It's going to have that little heel knob. Maybe put a line here to show some definition of the calf. And of course add scales like that. You should definitely do that. So I'm going to be putting in the first toe. Be sure to put like these round pads on the bottom of each toe. It's going to have a claw. So the middle toe is going to be the longest. Put that one in, and we're not going to draw the third toe because it's on the other side and it's being blocked by these toes. Then I'm going to add those classic scales on top of the toes. And yeah, the feet look pretty good. I might make this one a little longer to make it look like the Allosaurus is a little bit better balanced, you know. It has to have big feet to be able to carry all the weight. Not exactly sure how much Allosaurus weighed, but I'm guessing around 2 tons, 2 to 3 tons. It wasn't that high off the ground, like if there was a human standing next to it. I think the one in, from the battle at Big Rock was like much bigger than an actual Allosaurus. Like even though they were pretty lengthy, most of it was in the tail. Because at the museum, most of the time, I think a human's head might come, like they could probably stand up and face the Allosaurus right there. Like a 6 foot tall man is that's probably the height of an Allosaurus, is 6 feet when it's standing. I know like a lot of these like flashcards and stuff exaggerate the size of the dinosaurs, but when you go and look at the skeletons, you get like a better idea of what the actual size was. Of course, there are all different types of skeletons, so the one at my museum could just be a smaller skeleton, you know. And it is like, it's not like standing upright, you know. Well, it's standing upright, but you get what I mean. It's not like the head's not like pointed at the sky. Like the one in the museum in New York, the Natural History Museum, that Allosaurus is probably a little higher because it's looking up at the Brachiosaurus or whatever. I know it's not a Brachiosaurus, but the name escapes me, so I'm going to call it a Brachiosaurus. So comment below if you've been to the Natural History Museum in New York. They've got so many cool dinosaurs there. So now I'm just adding more vertical curved lines. I think after that we'll continue the spikes on the back, and there are a few on the tail. I also wonder what happened to all the other campers at Big Rock, because they just disappear without like making a noise. Like I wonder if they all escaped, without a sound, or else if the dinosaurs killed them silently. I don't know. Seems kind of funny. So the spikes here get very large. They're probably the largest spikes on the drawing. And then they're going to fade slowly. And then it's funny because they get bigger as they get near the tip of the tail. So make them get a little bit bigger and then slowly fade off. And we can continue some of these rows as well. So today I'm not going to put in scales, but it's highly recommended. Extra brownie points to all of you who put in scales into your drawing. And yeah, be sure to post your drawing on Instagram so I can take a look at it. You just tag me at Danny the Dinosaur Drawer. I'll definitely have a link to my Instagram in the description below for all of those of you who have not followed me yet. Now, I don't post as often as I do on my Instagram as I do on my YouTube channel, but I do post, and there are a few things there that don't make it onto YouTube. I have a few Marvel drawings on there that never went onto YouTube that you guys might be interested in looking at. And I had a few scales just so the end picture looks a little bit more professional. Just in case some paleontologist is watching this, I'm thinking about hiring a paleo artist. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I know this is more on the simple side, but I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I think the proportions are pretty good. So put in the ground here, and we didn't smudge too bad today. Yeah, it's important to clean up any smudges that might have happened. And I will sign my drawing now and put in the date. So yeah, today was day 14 of my dinosaur drawing marathon. So it's so exciting that we've passed the halfway mark. And yet tomorrow is day 15. So yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And be sure to check out my vlog channel, because I know a lot of you guys haven't subscribed to that channel yet, and I would really appreciate it if you did. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.